Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. We're so excited to have you here. This is going to be a really exciting session or show, we should say, on the Single Parent Review. We have a very honored special guest. Jim Johnson is here joining us from WGU. We have been tooting this out for the whole week because we are really honored to collaborate with WGU. They're a phenomenal institution, and if you stay tuned, you're going to find out why in just a few minutes. But I'm honored to introduce him. We have been corresponding for many months now. I'm honored to call myself an ally, a friend, all of the above. And so I'm going to pass the mic to you, Jim. If you can introduce yourself, tell about what you do with WGU and anything else you'd like to share. Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, Kim, thank you. And thank everybody that's joining us today. Delighted to be able to have a forum here just to share briefly a few things about Western Governors University. People probably wondering, what the heck is WGU and what's that owl? And really what we are is we're a nonprofit university that was created to serve the needs of the underserved in American society. And it actually started way back in 1997 when 19 governors got together. Actually in 98, they decided they needed to put something together that would really help their citizens in their states, the Western states, to get a college education if they're having a hard time getting one for a number of reasons. Maybe their family wasn't really into higher education but they want to, but there are some stumbling blocks even with your family, or maybe it's because you don't have a lot of money, or maybe there isn't a school even close by that you could go to, or maybe there's a school that is close by, but they say you have to be in the top 6% of your class to get in, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So just if you hear anything I say today, is that WGU is a very democratic and open university made for everybody. We do have some limitations, and those limitations are going to be that we only have 4 areas of study. And that's not a bad thing, but we don't have every area of study that you might be familiar with from all sorts of different universities. But again, we are a nonprofit university, and we are here to help people. We don't have a test for you to get in. There is an interview process, but that's to make sure we're right for you. Not that you're right for us. We're going to try to revolve around you. You're going to be the sun. We're going to be the earth. Okay. Instead of the other way around. So let's see. Can we go to the next slide? Is that
absolutely? We're going to pull that PowerPoint up so that you can, narrate that and share. We're really excited to get this information out and disseminate this. We've been talking about WGU for many months now. Our community,
many moons.
Yes, many moons. People are stoked and excited about it. And so this is our informational overview session, but this will be on replay. So people can tap into it at any time. If you have questions, please reach out. We will be putting Jim's information, Mr. Johnson's information in the description, so you can reach out hopefully directly to him as well as WGU. Thank you so much, Jim. Let me pull this on here up on the screen. Here we go. And I'm going to head out. So you give me those cues when you want me to get to that next page, and I will shuffle on over there.
You got it. So let's go ahead and go to page 2 and just bring all of the little doodads up.
There we go.
Are they coming? There they are. I can start. They are. All right. So what makes WGU unique? First of all, we're very traditional in the sense that our accreditation is going to be the same as ACC, Austin Community College, or University of Texas at Austin, or Texas State, or any of those schools. USC out in California, whatever school you can think of. We're a college. We're a university. We have the same accreditation. Department of Education regulates us in the same exact manner. But what makes us different is that we are totally flexible. We are the Gumby of higher education. Okay, if you remember Gumby. Some of you may not.
Mhm.
It's a very flexible guy. He could move any way he wanted to. He was made out of rubber. We're very flexible, totally flexible. We're competency based, the second thing. What the heck is competency based? I didn't understand when I first started with the university, to be honest with you. And really, it is not that complicated. What it means is that most, excuse me, most of you have gone to high school or college. You go into a classroom, you're sitting in the classroom 3 days a week for an hour each day. And that's going to be for what, 8, 12, 15, 16 weeks, whatever it happens to be for that term. That's not how we do things. Your courses are not live. They are recorded, or they are simply something to read. They are online. We are a totally online university. Let me say that one more time. We're totally online. Okay. So that doesn't mean you're going to be alone. And I'll get to that in a second. But competency based allows you as an individual to learn at your own pace without any pressure, without any social pressure, like, oh, he's behind everybody else or whatever. You learn at your own pace. A lot of times with our students, that's actually faster, because you're not limited by other people in the classroom, okay? Because it's just you, and you get to go through at your own pace. So about 73% of our students actually get through their programs in about half the time that would be normally allotted, which is pretty interesting. Third thing is we are accredited, as I said, through the Northwest accreditation. We're also very affordable. And so how can I say that? Well, we are an all-you-can-eat format for our tuition, which is kind of funny. But really what it means is that you pay one fee for 6 months of school. And here's the deal. You start any month you want. We do not have semesters in place. We do not have semesters in place. This is part of the flexibility issue, okay? So you start any month you want. You don't have to start in September. You can start in October. You can start in December. You can start in February. You can start any month you want, July. Doesn't matter. You decide when you want to start, and then you have 6 months that's going to be paid for completely by the one flat payment. It ranges somewhere between about $3,600 to $3,900. It depends on the program, et cetera, but per term. We call it a term instead of a semester. So per term, a term is 6 months. So let's just say, for example, you want to start school. Here we are in May already. So let's say you want to start June 1st, okay? Then you'd have June, July, August, September, October, November. Those would be your first 6 months of school. Your flat fee of, let's say it's $3,700, is going to cover that entire 6 months. What does it cover? It covers all you can eat, all the courses that you can complete in that 6 month period. All the courses you can complete in that 6 month period. You have to complete every course at 80% or better, okay? And you have a mentor that's assigned to you. It's going to help you with that. I'll get to that in a second too. But that way, if there's a minimum, okay, there is a minimum. You have to get 4 courses done in that 6 months. That's the Department of Education talking, or 3 if you're going after a master's. But we find that people can get through many, many more. They're going to get more than 4 done. They're going to get 8 done, or they're going to get 12 done, or more. And it's not typical, but it is feasible. And I really want to say this. It's feasible that if you already have some credits and you already have a lot of experience in your field, it's feasible that you could even complete a degree in 6 months. That is feasible. It's not likely, but I have met people that have said, I completed my master's in actually 4.5 months. And I said, how did you do that? Aren't you working? And they said, oh, no, I'm working 60 hours a week. I don't know how they did it, but it is feasible. It depends what kind of time you've got. It depends on what your ability is. And it depends on how devoted you are to getting it done. So what we want to do is get it done for you. We want you to graduate. There's so many people that get stuck. We don't want you to get stuck. We want you to graduate, make more money. It's good for everybody. So that's where the affordability comes in. If you can get a lot of courses done in 6 months, it brings your cost per course down. Okay. For somebody who's thinking, I just like to take a course or 2 and just kind of dabble. No, we're not a good choice for you. I'm sorry, we're not. Okay. If somebody really wants to get it done, boom, we're there for you. And then we're very student focused. I would say it's the most student focused university that I've ever seen. And I've been in higher education for almost 20 years now and worked for 3 different universities. So I can say, I think with a little bit of authority that, yeah, we're really student focused. Decisions are made based about the student. As I said earlier, we want to revolve around you. So I'm going to talk more about what we are here going ahead. Go to the next slide, please, Kim. um, and how that we are actually student focused. So, um, what we offer for degrees, as I said a little earlier, we don't have all the degrees that are out there, all the boutique degrees, and even some ones that like engineering and such. We don't have that. What we have, let's see, I think we need, I'm seeing the old screen. I'm sorry. I did, there it is. I did see it for a second. I went away when I looked away.
Yes.
There we go. Okay, we're good. So what we have 4 areas of study. We have 4 colleges within our university. So we do have the, I'm going to go by order here. We've got the health professions. So that's going to mainly be nursing. We have some options on nursing, but also there's some more office type of nursing or healthcare degrees that we offer at bachelor's and master's levels. We have business degrees, lots and lots of business degrees. That's our most popular school. Obviously, most people are really looking for a business degree of some kind or another. So a wide range of business, anything from HR to marketing to accounting and finance, all the different things that you're going to be looking for in business. Information technology, the big money people out there, right? And we have incredible programs in IT. And here's the deal with our IT that's really, 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 really special, is that if you're familiar with IT, and I'm kind of an IT goofball, I don't know much about IT, but I do know that certifications are a crucial part of getting an IT degree. So many schools, you go and you get your training, education, and then you have to go get your certifications and CompTIA and all these different things, okay? With us, that's not the case. We're wrapping all of the certifications that you need within your IT degree right inside of it. It's part of your tuition, your flat rate tuition. And we pay for the testing. You have to test for those, right? So if you fail your first test, it's on us because we should have trained you better. So we'll pay for the second test. So we pay for the whole thing. You're going to save as an IT professional between 5 to 20 grand on certificates alone by going to our school. And then lastly, but certainly not leastly, we have teaching and education degrees. So we're actually, this is going to surprise many of you. WGU is the largest teachers college in the United States of America. It's not something that's heralded or people are blowing their horns about or whatever, but it's true. And we've grown very quietly, but very quickly over the last decade. And speaking of that, currently, if you want to know, is this place for real? Currently, we have 140,000 students right now, and we have 350,000 graduates. 350,000 graduates in just 25 years. So yeah, we're for real. So next slide, please, Kim. I'll call mine up. So competency-based education. I was talking a little bit about that before. What it really gets down to is that the degrees they're earned by demonstrating skills and knowledge. Now, maybe you've already got skills and knowledge from something else, from experience at work, from the military, from trainings you've received, and even from watching legitimate trainings and such on YouTube or whatever. If you know it and can show it, you can move on. You test out of the course, then you move on to your next course. Students progress as quickly as they master the material. That's all there is to it. Your existing skills and knowledge help you advance faster. It's knowledge-based, not time-based. So that's why a lot of people can move through much quicker, because they're not stuck into a certain time range for the course that we're going to be in this course for 18 weeks. That's all there is to it. You might just need 8 hours, or you might need more than 18 weeks. Whatever you need is what's best for you. So you spend time learning the skills you need to learn to be very effective moving forward. Next slide, please. So, the model that we have, this is one of the ways we're quite different and really pretty cool, is our faculty model is completely different than any other school. So what we do is we have 3 levels of faculty. The first level is your new best friend. They are called your program mentor. And this is an individual that's assigned to you from day one, and they are there with you until you graduate. And they're your new best friend because they're going to help you with anything and everything. They're going to remove frustrations. They're going to remove obstacles. They're going to help you get through the program. They're going to encourage you. I got to tell you, I get to a graduation occasionally, and I see it when a mentor and a student finally get to meet face to face. And there's hugs and tears and all sorts of stuff. It's an incredible situation because you're getting one-on-one help as much or as little as you need. You're not required to check in with your mentor at 2 o'clock on Tuesdays every week. It's not like that. Again, we're trying to revolve around you. So you establish when you need to talk to your mentor. Maybe you want to talk to them every day. Maybe you just want to talk to them once every couple of weeks. Whatever it is, that's fine. But they're there to help you. Second level are the course instructors. Well, wait a minute. Why do we have course instructors if it's all online? Well, these are the people that are in charge of that course that you're looking at online. And because they're not teaching the course, and because they're not writing books, and because they're not doing a bunch of experiments and such, they are there only and solely for you, the student, to talk to. So if you're familiar, a lot of schools like, oh, Professor Jones has office hours from 2 to 4 on Tuesdays. Well, that's not the case with us. Office hours are every day of the week, all day long. And even I've heard of students getting through to their course instructors on the weekends. They're just calling them and say, hey, can we talk on Monday? So no, let's talk right now. So they're available to you to help you any time you need them. Maybe not 2 a.m. Okay. Just, they're probably asleep, but I mean, during normal working hours and such. And then the last level are the evaluators. These are the people that actually do the testing. If they need to like evaluate a written paper or something like that, they evaluate it. So let's say you don't necessarily jive with your course instructor for some reason. That is not going to matter about your grade. I mean, when I was in college a million years ago, there were some instructors that I guess we just didn't get along too well or whatever. I don't know, oil and water, and it affects grade. It does. They perceive you differently. Like, oh, I don't like that person. I'm going to give them a lower grade or whatever. That's not the case here because they don't know you. They're just going to evaluate it based on the information. So that way you get a very fair grading situation that whether you pass or not. So we're a pass and not pass premise. You're not going to get a letter grade from anything. You're just moving right through and getting things done. Next slide, please. So support. What in the world do we have for support for our students being an online university and only an online university? How can we support you? We don't have brick and mortar. We don't have these nice offices. We don't have the candy machines or the bowling alleys and stuff. We have a lot of support. First of all, we have technical support. So if you've got any kind of glitches with IT issues or technical issues, you've got support, and that's actually 24/7. That is 24/7. So if something happens at 2 a.m, yeah, you can get on and get help. Secondly, we have peer support, and that's going to be student online forums, social channels, student blogs, some great networking opportunities there. And also like, how did you get through this course, or what's the deal with this? And you can get help from peers. Thirdly, we have skills support. So for me, especially when I was in college, I needed writing help. I was like, what? And so we do have writing labs and math labs, and these are all a part of your tuition. We have emotional support. This also is covered by your tuition. And this is a third party, a professional counseling service. So if you need some counseling help, you're having some issues, they're there to help you. And again, it's free. And then alumni support. So when this university first got started, most of our students were basically men working for a company and wanted to move up the ladder. Maybe they hadn't finished their bachelor's. Maybe they didn't have one yet. As far as even have a degree like an associate's or anything, or wanted to get a master's degree. So that's where a lot of our students came from initially, but that's changed dramatically now. As a matter of fact, here in Texas, almost 75% of our students are women. So that's kind of amazing. But we do have now alumni support. And we have an individual here actually based in Texas that works with alumni and helps them. We have career services. So if you're not presently employed or looking for a better opportunity, we do have career services. And what's interesting about that too, is people wonder about where do you get your curriculum? A lot of our curriculum is instigated from major Fortune 500 companies and larger companies throughout the country. So we have a great relationship with these organizations, and they work with a special team within our alumni support. You've probably heard of Handshake, and we do all sorts of different employment opportunities on Handshake for our students and our alumni. So there's a lot of support there too. So next slide, please. Try to move things along a little bit here. So I was talking about affordable tuition before. So again, it is flat rate tuition. You can see where it runs. It's actually about $3,500 up to about $4,500 for the upper, some of the programs in master's level programs. There is a $200 resource fee. We want to be totally transparent with everything. So there is that fee every term. And what that is what's a resource fee? Is that just something to get extra money out of us? No, actually what it is, it's your library books. It's all online library and resources. So this covers that function. And if any of you have gone to college and looked at the price of textbooks, I can tell you $200 is a bargain, because I took a master's course, this first course, and the textbook was $250 for one book. One book, $250. I wasn't too pleased about that. So that covers all your learning resources and the online library. And then options for financial aid. And this is something that's really important. So we have scholarships, first of all. We have an incredible scholarship site on our website. Our website is totally transparent. Spend some time on our website. And also, I want to say this before I forget. I work for the university. I'm going to tell you all the positive things about us, right? But go ahead and Google us. Google WGU. Find out what other people are saying about it. I don't fear that at all. Okay, get the straight story from people that have gone to the school, that have great experiences, moderate experiences, whatever, and learn from them and their experiences as well. But getting back to scholarships, because we're a nonprofit, we reinvest in our students. So $20 million last year is what we awarded in scholarships and grants, and then $2 million actually here in the state of Texas. So we do have a lot of money that is provided to people to help them get their program done. We really wish to have people get done with little or no debt. Little or no debt. So also we have a community college partner scholarship, $2,000. If you're going to a community college in Texas right now, or have recently, you could be able to take advantage of that scholarship. We have Pell Grants, federal loans. People ask, can you do FAFSA with you? Well, yeah, of course you can. Yeah, you sure can. Be careful with that. Be careful with using any kind of federal money. You can overdo it. Hey, let's get a new car too, or whatever. Don't do that. Paying it back is a bummer. I can tell you that from my wife, a $60,000 master's. We could have built a garage for that, but no, we paid it off. So then half the national average rate of student loan defaults. And that's important because people are not defaulting with us with their student loans because they're not getting a lot of student loans. They're not getting a lot of debt. And let me talk about the scholarships once again. There's a couple other aspects to that. We also have grants. So for instance, let's say you're a dreamer. We have a grant called the Opportunity Grants, $10,000, and it's paid straight up right up front. And of course, any kind of scholarship or grant, it's not guaranteed you're going to get it. Okay. But you have an opportunity to get scholarships and grants. We have a team that makes those decisions. And the format for that, and for most scholarships and grants, is a very simple format. People think, oh, it's a big form and I'm scared of it. Don't be afraid of it at all. What it is 4 questions and you answer them. And I've read a boatload of these, and they can be very short. They can be 1 or 2 sentence answers, and they can be paragraph after paragraph for answers. And these people get awarded money. And in 1 week, part of my job is I get to award money to people on occasion. I don't make the decision, but they allow me to go out with this great big Publishers Clearinghouse check and make surprise awards to different people at companies and schools and whatever else. 1 week, I awarded $23,000 here just last year. It was a pretty interesting week. So the other side of that is that we have all sorts of other scholarships on our website. So we have the WGU stuff, and then we also have stuff that's really credible scholarships that you can look at. We've added to our website. And then the third point is that we do have a scholarship getting put together that you'll be able to access as a Single Mom Society member. So that news is coming. We'll have more news on that very, very soon. So watch for that. All right, so next slide, please. It's the thank you slide. It means I've gotten done yapping at you. So So I've got some contact information there. Again, I'm Jim Johnson. She's been scrolling things across the bottom constantly, but you can look at our website. You can go to texas.wgu.edu, or you can just go to wgu.edu. People are a little confused by that. Really, that comes out of how we were formed. We were formed by all these governors, so we would have these agreements put in place with each state. So we do have an agreement with the state of Texas, and we are an affiliate with the state of Texas. So that's why that. But it doesn't make any difference. We're all one school, so don't let that throw you off at all. One other thing I wanted to say to you as a group is that no matter what school you look at going to, check with your employer or potential employer about something called tuition assistance. Tuition assistance, it's also called tuition reimbursement. Whatever it's called, it's a beautiful thing, because what it means is that the company, the employer, will help pay for your education, higher education. So let's say you've got your ADN and then going after your RN from a community college. You get a job at Baylor Scott and White or whatever. They're going to have money for you to go after your bachelor's in nursing. And they'll pay for your schooling, at least most of it. So watch for that. And there's a lot of that out there. So, and it isn't something unless sometimes the companies necessarily really tout because it's an expenditure, but it is a benefit that most of them do have. So check into that at your employer, and that can really help you keep the cost way down on your education. So that's about all I've got today. Tina, any questions that that I might have missed or goofed up? Or I'm sorry, I said Tina, I mean Kim. Why did I'm thinking about, never mind. So Kim.
Hold on one second. I'm back. Yay! The virtual world.
It's
First of
incredible.
all, I just want to thank you for that amazing presentation. I never tire hearing about the fabulous things that WG is doing and offering. And we're just, again, so honored that you are extending these amazing services and programs and resources to our community. And we're really hoping that our community taps into this, not just our community, but our audience and all of the people that are interested in getting back in school, are developing, taking it up a level, because this is taking it up a notch, because it gives you the flexibility and helps you to be informed and makes it convenient. All of the above, all of the things that Jim has so graciously shared with us today. So we're so happy about this. You pretty much answered everything that and I love it. No, it's so fluid. You're so fluid with it, and you're so personable and so engaging. As you can see, I mean, I know firsthand because we have been communicating ongoingly. So I can tell you, reach out to Jim, reach out to WGU. Everyone that I've come in contact with has been so helpful and so knowledgeable, and so gracious in sharing their expertise. So we highly recommend that you tap in. And as Jim alluded to, we have a scholarship coming your way, and that's going to be really exciting to learn about and share with you. So keep rocking with us so that you can find out more about that. Jim, I know that we'll have some people that will be tapping in or watching the replay. I did provide your information as well as the website for WGU. Those of you who are not a part of our community, Single Mom Society, we'd love for you to join and be a part of that. It's a free membership, and we have a lot of resources for you. But in addition to that, Jim, is there any other thing that comes to mind when you think of single parents as we wrap up, and the things that they can look forward to when they're starting with WGU? Any additional things that come to mind?
Yeah, what I would say about that is that, again, our whole purpose for existence is to supply the need of people who basically have been kind of left off the table for one reason or another. And it can be political, or it can be socioeconomic, any number of different things, where you live. That's something that we work really hard to eliminate. This is a school for everybody. We're not going to exclude anybody, unless it's like, I don't have a computer and I hate doing anything online. I mean, then we're not going to be a good fit, right? We had a gentleman that was very upset because he wanted to go to school with us, but he didn't want to do it on the computer. It's like,
Hmm.
sorry, sir, that's what don't you have a brick and mortar? No, we don't have a brick and mortar. We're an online university. Oh. So he was very upset about that. But that's, that's the way that goes. But we're here to help people get their degree. And here's the deal. If you go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics or BLS.gov, you can do some research about jobs and about careers and about where the money is. You can follow the money. Not that money is the absolute king, okay? But it sure does help pay the bills. And
Mhm.
so if you're looking at career options and you're wondering, what avenue should I go? If I'm going to go into business, should I go into marketing or should I go toward finance degree or, whatever? And you can look and see in your area what people are basically being paid in those realms. And it kind of help you decide maybe a direction that you want to go. Same thing with IT. You want to be a software designer or do you have an ability for cyber? If you got cybersecurity ability, you're going to be making a lot of money, a lot of money. So, these are things to look at and it's there for you. You just have to have the gumption. We will supply everything else for you, but you have to make a decision. I want to do this. And we're going to make it as feasible and it's not going to be easy, but we'll make it as, well, as slick as possible to get it done with as little obstruction and as little problems as could be there. So for instance, if you got kids and you're working, all these different things, you're trying to juggle 18 balls in the air, and you want to add one more to it. How am I going to do that? Well,
Yeah.
you get the kids put to bed, then you go on and work on your stuff. You got a lunch break at work. While you're eating your tuna fish sandwich, you can be doing stuff. You can do it on your smartphone. You can do it on a laptop. You can do it from anywhere. And you can do it anytime that fits your schedule. This is about you and your schedule. So that's what I'd say are huge, huge advantages for you that we're
You
here
can't
for you.
beat that.
What's that?
You can't beat that.
No,
You know,
you can't.
and there are not a lot of institutions that actually stand by that. And that was one of the things that we spotlighted on our our uh, our Instagram this week. It was hard to sift through all the testimonials and extract a few to share because you only get 15 seconds on that Instagram caption. But you had so many reviews that were exemplary. You know, people that had
Yeah.
actually been a part of it, experienced it, and they were actually utilizing it. They were in the workforce actually doing what they wanted to do in a short time. And so that is just commendable in its own right.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And folks really like the university, and really it has grown from a grassroots premise. Doesn't mean we haven't done national marketing or advertising. Yeah, we've done some of that, absolutely. But the growth has been phenomenal, and it's been because a student will say, "Where do you go?" I'm going to school at WGU. This is just great. And someone else is going, "I want to get my bachelor's. What did they have this or that?" And that's how it really happens. And so that's why I exist, because I just go out and plant seeds. I'm kind of like a Johnny Appleseed. I'm just trying to get the information out to people and let them understand what the opportunity is and if it's right for you. We're not going to be right for absolutely everybody. Not everybody wants an online format, but if
Right.
you can work with online or even like online, we can be a super duper answer for you.
And with that said, we're going to land right there, Jim. We're going to thank you again for coming on. We'll look forward to hopefully doing another session like this. It might be more of a Q&A where we will invite the audience to ask, go forward and asking their questions. One thing that we want to share, we didn't get to share, was that the giveaway. And I was trying to roll my thinking spears around about how we could roll that out. What we could do is the first comment in this video, maybe we can allocate that giveaway present or gift to them. That's a special WGU. Thank you so much. Gift that they are extending. It's really cool too. I don't have the picture to pop in here, but do you have a little bit of information about it? The picture you sent me?
Yeah, basically what it is, I call it an octopus. What it is for charging your cell phone. So what it has on there has the new Android, the old Android, and the Apple iPhone charging posts, along with one to plug into a standard charger. So if you're at an airport or I've seen them at Temple College or whatever, there's a lot of extension cords that even have those on them now. Or in your car, obviously in your car, you can plug it in and charge up that phone. And you can,
That is
you
so
can
awesome.
yeah, it's
Thank you
cool.
so much.
I don't know how much they cost. They're probably like $20 or something at a store. I don't know.
But that is so cool. And we
Yeah.
can always utilize those things because we're trying to keep this, keep up with the times, right? Got to get on that phone to handle business and so forth. And so we appreciate that. First comment below, you'll be getting one of those. Do you have one or two of those, Jim, just to check in so we can?
Let's do 3.
Woohoo! It is your lucky day, Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I'm going to have Cholula on my lunch today, just in honor of Cinco de Mayo.
We love it, Jim. So first 3 comments below. If you feel more comfortable sending an email to us or contacting us via Instagram, we'll get those first 3 comments and we will send this to you, but we'll also need your email. So make sure you reach out. Thank you again, Jim. We have Jim's information at the bottom of the screen scrolling through, and we will also have it in the description. Looking forward to more to come. This is a wonderful, wonderful collaboration, and we're very appreciative. Thanks for tapping in with us today. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend, and we will see you soon. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.